What's up, YouTube? What's up? This gonna be about the stupid gang culture of checking in LA and some of these other places, which is predominantly about black gangs and what have you, and how they go after entertainers or some mess. I'm like, well, just stay out of them places. You know, people can call you a sellout. They can call you any name they want. They won't call you dumb. Why would you go to a place where someone looks like you and they expecting you to check in like they gonna try to hustle you for papers? What kind of plantation mindset is that? What kind of low life mindset is that? You be waiting a long day before I go to a place where I have a check in to a place. I tell you that. And you actually had these people actually expect this mess. I think I've talked about it before. I think Ice T was talking about some of that mess about Alex, but you check in. Look, if you can buy something, you can wear it. You don't like it, you know, but you're not going to try to take it and what have you. You ain't gonna do that. I don't play that. And it's a bad joke at how this thing goes, where people think they only do it to black folk only. And I tell people all the time, when people are calling someone sellouts and they saying that they are that this and that about them, I said, well, it's the ones who be perpetrating those stereotypes. The other ones are the ones that sold out. There's nothing about being a tough guy trying to bully someone that looks like you because you so intimidated because of their intelligence and their wealth and accumulation, and you feel like you got to try to strong on them because you too lazy to get your job or to put some money together and get your own. So you think you're gonna intimidate them and do all this stuff. And LA ain't learned nothing at all. What's the sense of putting murals up of Nipsey Hussle and Biggie or something and all that and Tupac, etc., when you still doing the same old thing, the same old way and the same old way? And it's all over. There is nothing to glorify with that. There's nothing to get excited about. It's embarrassing. That's the plantation mindset that's still alive and well. So I don't clap for that, condone that, and I would not even go to them places. And anybody even come close to that, ain't nobody gonna justify that mess. Mm-mm. You know. But you want to be so tough, you should go ahead and get in the military, go somewhere where you can put those actions to doing that. But trying to just someone that's out here working or doing their thing, that's not even cool. But that's who gets that's the how it impacts. It impacts folks from the community directly. You won't do that to nobody else. Talk all night and day about other folks, but when it comes down, who are they trying to come after? You know, and that's the sad reality, that how that is put out there, and how it's somehow uh designed. Because that's what it does. Gangs and culture life talking about checking in, which I think is absurd, comical. It's a joke. You know, it's like you're really trying to be the ultimate embarrassment beyond anything. I mean, really, listen to what the so called, these are the rules. Ain't no rules. No, it ain't your street. It ain't your territory. It ain't your country. It ain't you. You just under the Lulu. But that's embarrassing, and people need to take a stand against that. They really do, because it doesn't do nothing. It's the worst plantation mindset there is. They're worse than the worst of the politicians, or the worst of the people that you can even mention. Because say what you want, at least the people that are doing something positive, or however you want to look at it, they're not trying to hold folks up, literally and figuratively, and trying to strong on them. I mean, that's embarrassing. If you go to an LA or Chicago or DC or something like that, and you got to deal with that ignorance, or Philly or something, man, leave that mess alone. Those are sellouts. And I tell them to their face and give up nothing. Because that's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. You should wear a brown bag over your head talking about you going to try to strong up another black person because you got some territory or something. That's embarrassing. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit that membership. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay woke. Stay real. I'm out.